This is the government news brief. In the news, sugar production target well within reach. Prime Minister Moses Nagamutu issues an apology for the way the local media has been treated, and preparations well on the way for Business Expo. I am Azim Khan. With a little over a month remaining for the grinding season, the Guyana Sugar Corporation is well on its way to achieving its 2015 target. Shanta Gobadan reports that today the sugar company reached the 200,000 mark.
Kaisuku's Chief Executive Officer, Mr. Errol Hanuman, told the Government Information Agency that total crop-to-date production recorded at 6 hours today was 201,528 tons. This means that less than 27,000 tons more are required to realize the 2015 target. The company had set 227,000 tons for the year. Hanuman expressed confidence that the target can be realized and even exceeded, provided there are no disruptions. In October, sugar workers downed tools for 3 days for increased wages, and this has hampered production. Hanuman feels that the sugar unions need to be more responsible in their actions.
While the workers and the management have demonstrated their ability to get on with the job and to produce, I think we also need to see a more responsible style of management on the part of the sugar unions. I think our style has tended to be a bit archaic, very adversarial. We need to be able to sit down together and talk more about issues and try and resolve issues through discussion. The unions and management and the workers have to be able to sit down together, work through things, talk through issues, and arrive at solutions in the best interest of all the parties concerned. But we are ready for that.
Excellent weather has aided productivity and has resulted in sugar canes ripening to their fullest.
Definitely the trend of production is indicating that we are on the rise. Going back in 2013, when we only produced 186,000 tons of sugar, in 2014 it increased to 216,000 tons. Now here we have an opportunity to surpass our 227,000 tons that we've set ourselves in 2015. And definitely, if we take off all the canes in 2015, 2016 definitely is going to be better than 2015.
Government had initiated a commission of inquiry into the operations of the ailing sugar industry. The findings of that commission are to be made public shortly. Shanta Gobadan reporting for the Government News Brief.
Prime Minister Moses Nagamutu said he was very sorry that the media had to endure insults and abuses in the conduct of their job. He promised a better government-media relationship going forward. Shanta Gobadan reports.
Prime Minister Moses Nagamutu is trying to build a better working relationship between the government and the media. In a recent interview with the Government Information Agency, the Prime Minister expressed regret that journalists had to endure name-calling and other abuses.
I apologize for those who had felt that journalists were less human beings because they asked questions. They asked questions because they believe that the people deserve answers. So I would like to see our relationship with the media as one as partnership, and one where we look at them not as enemy, where we look at them with tolerance and understanding, and we want to know that the media can only exist when they ask questions and we provide answers.
The Prime Minister assured that under the coalition government, the media will be guaranteed freedom to practice their trade. He said the media must be treated as a partner in Guyana's developmental process.
I would like to see that the media remain plural, open, democratic, and the journalists should be treated a lot more seriously and with respect, and not as object of ridicule or with derision that they are there to hurt government. I believe that the media is part and parcel of the process of good governance, and the fresh approach should be taken towards building the relationship with the media.
The Prime Minister holds ministerial responsibility for the information sector. For the Government News Brief, I'm Shanta Gobadan reporting.
The government is looking to ensure that the penalty for labor violations serve as a deterrent. It has been found that many employers prefer to pay a fine rather than ensure the rights of their workers. Sanika Thorne reports.
The Ministry of Social Protection, in collaboration with the Ministry of Legal Affairs, has begun a full review of labor regulations. It has been noted that some of the laws are outdated and unscrupulous, and employers are taking advantage of this.
We're looking to amend some of the act when you come to IR and the OSH, which is Industrial Relation and the Occupation Safety and Health. So we are looking at that closely. That is a work in progress. We have already identified some parts. We have the attorney here with the consultant and others putting up a team, and then we're working with a staff that is assigned to us from the AG chambers to look at these, the act. So when we move to that amendment, definitely it will ease a lot of, because so far the court is not really a compensation court. So we're working there closely.
Additionally, government through the Department of Labor is looking to institute stiffer penalties for employers in the private and public sector who violate the rights of workers.
We're looking to move from beyond penalties also, where the act would provide for compensation for the families or things like that. So why are we going to do that? Because we don't want fatalities. It shouldn't happen. So one shouldn't have to pay these stiff penalties. They have to avoid it.
Over the past 6 months, the Ministry of Social Protection has been conducting visits to various workplaces. During those visits, the ministry found that some workplaces were unsafe and unwholesome. Through the efforts of the ministry, over $16 million was awarded to workers whose rights were violated.
Guyana as a tourism destination will again be on the international radar. The Discovery Channel's spin-off to its hit series, Naked and Afraid, will be filmed in the country's jungle, as we hear in this Sanika Thorne report.
The spin-off Naked and Afraid XL will feature 12 of the smartest and most dynamic survivors who have previously appeared on Naked and Afraid, surviving the harsh of Guyana's jungle.
Between February and April next year, we will have a return of Naked and Afraid, the series. Some episodes were filmed in Guyana this year and last year. They were so successful that they are now doing the XL series. So where they'll be naked and alone for 3 months in Guyana.
Meanwhile, Guyana is also expected to be highlighted in other mainstream media in the United States, as the Ministry of Tourism is set to host a familiarization tour for selected U.S. media. This is part of a drive to showcase the unique attraction of Guyana.
And it includes the Huffington Post, writers who write for the USA Today, National Geographic, etc. So they'll be here on a media familiarization tour to help promote Destination Guyana in the mainstream American media. The Black media group would also be here because that's an important target and a segment for tourism as well.
Visitors from the U.S. make up one of the key source markets for Guyana's tourism. Approximately 42% of all visitors to Guyana come from the U.S. For the Government News Brief, I am Sanika Thorne.
Preparations for the Guyana's first business expo is well underway. The event will be held at the Sophia Exhibition Complex. Shanaza Lowe visited the venue and filed this report.
The upcoming Business Expo was formulated to create awareness and open new markets for local products. It will see over 300 small and medium-sized businesses showcasing their products. The much-anticipated event is also aimed at linking businesses to market and investment opportunities and to promote an opening for large businesses to utilize the vehicle of corporate social responsibility. There will be pre-training seminars from November 23rd to 24th in areas of packaging, labeling, and trade fair preparations for the participants. Already, several businesses have begun making their preparations for the opening day on November 27th.
We'd like to generate interest in what Guyana has to offer in terms of investment opportunities and in terms of products and services that we can export to other countries.
Since Expo was simply impossible this year, due to plans for the 50th anniversary celebrations next year, the ministry has moved to this undertaking.
There will be a larger Expo in 2016 to coincide with the 50th anniversary celebrations in May. Because of that, there will be no Expo this year.
Gaskin explained that the Business Expo would be somewhat different from the traditional one, since its primary focus will be on small businesses and not entertainment. He noted that over the years, the entertainment became the main focus and the exhibitors the mere sideshow.
You were watching the government's news brief. I am Azim Khan. Remember, you can join us on Facebook or view any of our programs on YouTube. You can also check out our website for these and other stories.